But the conversation out of this game, seeing as though Jalen Hurts lost, seeing as Dak Prescott lost, the conversation is Brock Purdy is the front runner for the MVP. Now, it's funny. I did a video on this a couple episodes ago. Again, it feels like the quote unquote front runner for MVP changes every single week. That's I don't know if that is saying just how close the MVP race is or what, but it changes weekly. But I'm starting to think that this whole process, at least this year, more than ever, is a slap in the face to not just the consumer, but the players. Now, do not get me wrong. I think Brock Purdy has been great. I think Brock Purdy has been better than advertised. And I think that I remember coming to the season thinking that the 49ers were going to struggle, or at least Brock Purdy was going to struggle because we're going to, quote unquote, see the real Brock Purdy. But he has exceeded expectations beyond belief, at least for me. But when I say that, I feel like this whole MVP thing, at least at this point, is kind of like a slap in the face because it's very clear that the MVP has been a quarterback's award. There's been multiple years where somebody other than a quarterback may be deserving of the MVP, but it usually goes to the quarterback. There have been instances, obviously, where another position has won MVP. I think the last non-MVP to win I think I could be wrong, but I think the last non-quarterback to win MVP was Adrian Peterson. But the MVP has been mainly a quarterback-driven award. That is clear. They haven't written it down saying that the MVP is always going to go to a quarterback, but that's kind of a well-known thing. But that in and of itself is my issue right now. That there's nothing written down, there's no bylaw, there's nothing saying that the MVP has to go to a quarterback. And the fact that they're trying to continue to push a quarterback to win MVP is an issue for me. Because if there's somebody else that's uberly deserving to win a MVP, it should go to them. And you look at this 49ers team. The only way you can say that Brock Purdy deserves this MVP is if it is a quarterback award. Because even on this 49ers team, he is not the MVP of the team. Christian McCaffrey is damn near averaging 2.5 touchdowns a game at the running back position. On Sunday, he had 18 carries for 155 yards, 1 touchdown. And he also had 2 receiving touchdowns. Brock Purdy is not even the MVP for his team. And that's no offense to Brock Purdy. He's been great. But he's not the MVP of this team. So how are you going to tell me that he's the MVP of the league? On top of that, how is Christian McCaffrey not the front runner for the MVP? How is Tyreek Hill not in the discussion for the MVP? It doesn't look like, due to injury and everything, it doesn't look like he's going to get to 2,000 yards, but how? What I'm saying is, unless it's written somewhere that a quarterback is the only person that's going to get a MVP, which obviously it's not, let's be honest about what we're seeing. Brock Purdy has been great. But there should be no way in heaven or hell that he is an MVP frontrunner when the best player on his own team is not even him. It's Christian McCaffrey. I'm not trying to throw hate on the 49ers because, again, they look like a juggernaut, and it doesn't really look like there's a team close to them. It looks like they are leaps and bounds better than every single team in football. But don't sit here and tell me that Brock Purdy is the clear-cut MVP. Come on now. He's not even the MVP of his team. If it was me, right now I would give the MVP to Christian McCaffrey. And if not Christian McCaffrey, I would give the MVP to Tyreek Hill. And if not Tyreek Hill, I would give, and you need to give it to a quarterback, I would give it to the quarterback that's arguably been the most consistent this year, and that's Lamar Jackson. But hey, what do I know? I'm not a voter. Shouts out to the 49ers for beating the Cardinals 45-29. Oh, man, you stayed to the end of the video. I appreciate you. If you like what you saw, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you'll never miss any content from your boy. You can also go back and watch past episodes, past clips, and don't forget that the Unpopular Podcast, new episodes drop every Wednesday and Saturday. Appreciate you.